Okay, this is a 16 count choreo with some really fun footwork and shapes moves. And I've recently received some feedback that my tutorials go a little bit too fast with some of these choreos. So I'm going to slow this one down and go really, really slowly through each of these individual steps, especially with the footwork bits. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, I'm going to break this first part down into counts of 2 because this first part is footwork. And remember, footwork does not have a perch position. All of the counts, including the and counts, always have a different move. So we move pretty quickly through footwork. So we're going to do just the first 2 counts, and it's going to be a corkscrew followed by a quick switch to a back scissors. So it's going to be starting here on a left perch. And notice my perch is very low to the ground here. My toe is actually on the ground. I don't have to start way up here because I'm going to go straight into very low to the ground footwork. So I'm just going to start here. So we're going to begin with this heel out and a corkscrew. So that's going to be and 1 and. Now here we have to do this switch feet, but we don't get a half a count to do that. We have to do it right away with no count. So right after the 1 and, we're going to go straight into 2 and. So let me show you that again. And 1 and, quick switch feet, 2 and. Okay, then the next 2 counts are side taps followed by a heel toe. So that's going to be and 3 and then same leg, 4 and. So just that second count. We came off of 2 and, then side taps, 3 and then a heel toe, 4 and. Okay, putting just the first 4 counts together, starting with the corkscrew, then the back scissors, then the side taps, and then the heel toe. So, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And one more time on that first 4 count, and I'm going to go a little bit faster. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, moving on now to the second part of the first 8 count, starting from the 5. This is going to be a switchblade followed by a pendulum. So let's start with the switchblade, which is 2 full counts. So we came off of 4 and, now quick switch feet again for a scissor, out front, 5 and then we're just going to do this end step, 6 and. So again, we came off of toe, heel, scissor to the left, 5 and, end step, 6 and. That scissor plus end step is just commonly known as a switchblade move. Okay, then from here, we're kind of facing this direction, and so we're going to do this side pendulum. And we're going to do that by weighting a right foot, kicking the left foot back. Now this is 2 full counts, a full count back and a full count forward. So it's going to be and 7 and 8 and. And I'm doing double hops on both of those. So again, we landed here after the switchblade, 7 and 8 and. Okay, now I'm just going to do that second 4 count again for you. So we landed with 4 and on the heel toe, then the switchblade, starting with the scissors, 5 and, then the end step, 6 and then the pendulum, 7 and 8 and. Okay, now I'm going to put both of those 4 counts together for the total 8 count, and I'll count it out and go really slow. Okay, starting here on this left perch, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Okay, one more time, even a little bit faster. Left perch. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Okay, moving on now to the second 8 count. And I'm going to start this with the first 3 counts because they go together kind of logically. So we came off of 7 and 8 and. And even though we're coming off of here, we're actually kind of nicely positioned to go straight into a back charleston. So that's going to be and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So that was a back charleston plus a heels in. Again, coming off of 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, both feet out, and heels in, and, so one more time on that, and 1, and 2, and 3, and. Landing here, toes in. Okay, and then from here, the next 3 counts are going to be 3 counts of happy feet starting to the right. So that's going to be, and 4, and 5, and 6, and. Again, landing back with toes in because we're in this little shapes combo. And then before we finish that up, let's just put those 2 combos together. So we came off of the pendulum, 7 and 8, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and then we're just going to finish with a crisscross and a W step. And you can add the arms in here if you want, but don't worry about that at first. Learn the feet part of the combo before you add the arms. So the last 2 counts, 7 and 8 and. And the W step, more often than not, comes right after a crisscross, so that's a really common move. Okay, so let's put the entire second 8 count together. We came off of pendulum, pendulum, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and. Okay, good. I hope that's comfortable. Let's put the whole thing together now. Starting with the footwork combo at the very beginning. Left perch. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and. Okay, I'm going to count it out one more time, and then we're actually going to do it at tempo, and I'll turn around and do that in reverse for you. Okay, here we go, starting with the corkscrew. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and. Okay, and you know what? I'm actually not going to do it at the tempo that I did for the demo. You can follow me along if you like that tempo. That's 110 beats per minute. I'm actually going to drop this down to 80 beats per minute, so you can follow that along. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so hope that was fun. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.